Hello, everybody. I am a CSUP Pueblo student, and I am interning. And today I'm going to show y'all how to play a fraction game. Why? Because I think we should have fun when we're learning. Now, the standard that we will be learning today is Colorado State Standard for Mathematics in Kindergarten. It's Standard 3. It's Statistics and Probability, preparing graduates for MP1 to make sense of problems and persevere in solving them. MP2, reason abstractively and quantitatively. MP5, uses appropriate tools strategically. We are going to classify objects into given categories for our fractions. We're going to count the numbers of objects in each category and sort the categories by count. This is C, C, S, S, K, M, D, B, 3. Are you ready to have some fun? Alrighty. The first thing that we're going to do is download free Fraction Frenzy freebies. You have to love the freebie by Miss Amanda Hagman. This is the first one, the first page you're going to see. Then you will see 24 different cards that we're going to cut out that have beautiful pictures so we can learn how to play our fractions in a fun way. As you see, we are going to cut out every single fraction card, and there's 24 to make them individually. In this download, you will also be able to download a sheet where you can write the fractions down, and there is an answer sheet. And lastly, Miss Amanda says, thank you so much for downloading. Alrighty. Now, there's also one other sheet that Miss Lynn made, and it looks just like this. You could download it for to play, or you can make your own, whatever you prefer to do. Alrighty, let's get ready to play. We are going to mix up all of our cards. All right. Now, we do need to know the rules before we play. So as I said earlier, we're going to cut out fractions 1 through 24. And the next thing we're going to do is know that the youngest player gets to go first. Now, as we're playing, whenever you get a fraction correctly, you're going to put it in your pile. If you happen to get a fraction wrong, we're just going to put it in the pile so we can go over it again. Alrighty, are you ready to play? All right, let's see. This right here is a whole. So this will be our piece that we will constantly be measuring up to learn our fractions. Now, like I said earlier, I made this because all I did was trace it. So you can use this sheet, or you can use this one fraction right here. It probably will be best if you use the fraction with no numbers. As you see, I do have numbers on different sides because we want the student to understand that this is a whole. Alrighty. So the first card that I am drawing is this card. Now, as we see, there's one colored and one empty. So there are total of 2 to make this a whole. So here is my whole, and I know that one is colored and one is not colored. So I get my tower, and I see that one is colored where one is not. So I put it right by this tower, and this will show me that 1/2 is colored. Only 1 of 2 is colored. Now, if I want to use my sheet instead of this, instead of the towers, I can get my sheet, and on my first one, to match the card, I go to number 1, and I get the half, because this is half, and I just trace it and color it in to show 1/2. If your student has participated with fractions several times and they have a good concept, they could also write 1/2. But if they're just learning, they can just color 1/2 of the picture in. All right, now I'm going to keep that card in my pile since I got it. Now, the next card that I draw, as you see, there are 3 rectangles. 1, 2, 3. So I get the tower that has 3, 1, 2, 3 parts that I can take off. I get my tower block, the 1 hole. I look back at my card. There's 1 rectangle that's not colored in. There's 2 rectangles that are colored in. So I take 1, 2 of my 1/3 blocks, towers, and I can put it right here next to my 1 tower, and that shows that 2/3 of my picture is colored in. If you put it on top, that can show 2/3 is colored in. So I can just do this, or I can come to my picture and put the 2/3 on top of the empty tower and color in 2/3. There is 2/3 colored in to match my picture. Again, if your student is advanced and they know how to write the fractions, they can write 2/3. 2 rectangles are colored in. 1 rectangle is not colored in. Alrighty. Now, there is also another way that we can play. If your student is more advanced, they can get out the circles. The circles have yellow and red, and this way can also be played if your student has a good concept of fractions. Alrighty, let's pull a card. All right, we have a total of 4 rectangles. So what I'm going to do is I am going to get 1, 2, 3, 4 of my circles. And as you see, I'm using the colors yellow here. And my picture shows that there is a total of 4 rectangles, but 2 are colored in. So I'm going to flip 2 colored in pictures. So my whole is 4, but 2 are colored in. So I have my fraction is 2/4. Now again, if your student has a very good understanding of fractions, you can then go to your fraction page, the Fraction Frenzy page right here, and this card is number 6. you can go to the number 6 fraction and write the fraction 2/4. This all depends how far your student is in their understanding, because we want them to get such a good understanding. That's why we're using the manipulatives before they can see it abstractively. Right. Let's do one more. All right, this one says, what fraction is blue? What fraction is blue? Again, I have 4 little bugs, so I will get my counters. And I first just give 4 counters. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now it says, what fraction is blue? I'm counting. 1, 2, 3 are blue. So I will count 1, 2, 3. So the whole is 1, 2, 3, 4. There are total 4 fraction counters, but 3 are blue. So that tells me I have 3/4. Again, I go to my fraction sheet if your student already understands this concept, and this number is number 5. I go to number 5 and I put 3/4 of my cute little bugs here are blue. Now, if your student knows fractions, or they want to just play another game, you could also use these cards in subtraction. What is 4 bugs minus 3 bugs? You only have 1 bug left. So not only can this fraction game be played with fractions, you could also make this game into a subtraction game. Or you could make this into an addition game. What are 3 bugs plus 1 bug? Or 1 bug plus 3 bugs? This is a good visual representation, especially used with your manipulatives, that helps the student understand why the 3 bugs plus the 1 bugs, or 3 bugs minus, if you have total of 4 bugs, minus 3 bugs, you have 1 bug left. Thank you so much for playing the Fraction Frenzy game with Miss Lynn. I hope you have a wonderful day.